Hello everyone and a super happy Monday to you all. It's your host, ichino-ani, here to share some exciting news from the world of science. Today is September 15th, Monday, and we're diving into a really cool trending article from the Knives of Archive. Let's get our thinking caps on. The title of today's paper is Curiosity-Driven Exploration for Efficient Reinforcement Learning in Large Language Models, and the call, oh boy, it's a long one, is cs.LG, or D2509.9675. Okay class, so let's talk about what this paper is trying to solve. Imagine you're teaching a little robot how to do its homework. At first it tries a few different ways to solve a math problem, or what if it finds one way that works just okay, and then it decides to use that same method over and over and over again. Oh, the robot gets stuck in a rut. It stops trying to find even better or smarter ways to get the right answer in the big world about artificial intelligence. This is a real problem called premature convergence or entropy collapse. Basically, the AI stops being creative and just sticks to what it already knows. This paper wants to help our AI friend become a better learner. So how do we get our robot to be more adventurous and not so stuck? Well, the researchers came up with a wonderful idea. They call it curiosity-driven exploration, or EC for short. It's like this. Instead of only giving the AI a gold star for getting the right answer, they also give it a gold star for being curious. That's right, for trying something new. And they measure this curiosity in two really clever ways. First, they look at the part of the AI that does the work, which is called the actor. They use a big word, perplexity. It just means how surprised the AI is by if the AI comes up with a solution and kind of thinks to itself, whoa, I didn't expect to say that. It gets a little curiosity bonus. This encourages it to explore ideas and paths it hasn't tried much before. The second way is from the part of the AI that judges the work, called the critic. Now imagine the critic isn't just one single judge, but a whole committee of judges. The paper calls this a multi-head architecture, and the AI is thinking about what to do next. It asks all the judges on the committee, is this a good idea? If all the judges start arguing and can't agree, it means the situation is really uncertain and interesting. So the AI gets another curiosity bonus for going into these confusing areas to figure them out. It's like telling the robot, investigate that spot where all the experts are scratching their heads. Now one might be wondering, okay, no king. A curious AI sounds fun. But how does this help us in our daily lives? Ah, that's a great question. Let me give you some examples. First, think about recommendation systems. You know how your favorite video site or shopping app sometimes recommends the same kinds of things all the time? A more curious AI could be much better at this. It might think, you really like these action movies, but I have a feeling you might secretly love this strange little science fiction film. It would explore your tastes more deeply and help you discover new favorite things you wouldn't have found on your own. Second, this could be a huge help for doctors and in medical diagnosis. An AI that helps read medical scans like X-rays could use its curiosity to look closer at unusual patterns. Instead of just concluding that something is probably the most common illness, it might flag something and say, hey, this is a bit strange and doesn't fit the usual patterns. We should investigate this more. This could help doctors catch very rare diseases much earlier. And for our third example, let's talk about autonomous driving technology. A normal AI in a self-driving car might learn the most common way to handle a tricky intersection. A curious AI would be better at exploring and learning from rare, unexpected situations in train simulations. Like, what if a soccer ball suddenly rolls into the street? Or traffic light is behaving weirdly by being curious about these unusual events. It can learn to be a much safer and more adaptable driver in the real world. So is this whole curiosity idea brand new? Well, people have tried to make AI more exploratory before. Some older methods are kind of like just adding random noise. That's like telling a robot to just wiggle its arms around randomly, hoping it discovers something useful. Right, it's not very efficient. Other methods, called goal-based methods, try to keep a giant checklist of every single thing the AI has ever done. But for a super smart language model, the number of possible sentences and ideas is bigger than the number of stars in the sky. It's like trying to count every grain of sand on a beach. It's just too hard and too slow. This new method is so much smarter because it uses the mind's own internal feelings of surprise and uncertainty to guide its exploration. It's more natural, just like how we curious humans learn about the world. So to wrap it all up, this paper shows us that by making our AI become more like a curious kid, it can learn to solve hard problems in much better and more creative ways. But learns to not get stuck in a rut, like to keep exploring for better answers. How wonderful is that? Alright, that's all the time we have for today. Remember to keep asking questions and always stay curious, everyone. Bye bye for now.